Camel Back crew by itself. It's a pleasure having you aboard. And we hope to see you again soon. Thanks for flying with Qantas. Bluestar, Australia. Have a good afternoon.
Federation log for the 7th day of July 2008. I touched down at Melbourne Airport in the early afternoon, 2,100 kilometres from Earth Sanctuary in Central Australia, and just in time to meet up with Anna, who had just finished her last exam on media law. The topic immediately makes me think of freedom of spoon-fed information versus world corporations and the US statute of limitation. I knew Anna's head would be spinning in legal jargon, but she kindly offered to pick me up at the airport, which would entail that she drive through the slipstream of road rage fed by oil-guzzling automobiles. It's hard to believe that nearly 80% of the world's 6 billion people live on the coastal regions. The world's cities are growing quicker than global resources can supply. It's time to return to the beautiful ocean and search out those places where the sea, land and air collide. These places hold the greatest level of biodiversity on Earth. They harbour life in all its forms. But as vast as the oceans are, covering nearly 70% of the Earth's surface, more than 25% of fish species live amongst the coral reefs, which occupy less than 2% of the ocean floor. Another 40% of all fish species hang out in the fresh water, yet surprisingly, fresh water occupies less than 0.01% of the oceans. This all means that over 65% of all fish species hang out in about 2% of the ocean. To take this further, we know that half of all our fresh drinking water goes to agriculture to feed livestock, and nearly 60% of the world's reefs are at serious risk due to human activity. Now, I'm no mathematician, but I reckon our supplies are running a little thin. There are over 30 million species of plants and animals on Earth, and more than half of this figure are found living in the rainforest. These beautiful places once covered over 14% of the Earth's land surface, but now they cover less than 6%, with the remaining rainforest expected to be consumed in less than 40 years. Now, I'm not trying to scare you, but this is what our global family have left in our kitchen pantry, and at the current rate, nearly 2 acres of rainforest are lost every second, which equates to nearly 200,000 acres each 24 hours, taking with it an estimated 137 species. We really are a hungry species. Each year, 15 billion land animals are used for food. In the UK alone, they feed their livestock enough food to feed 250 million people, while in the rest of the world, 30 million people die of starvation at roughly 45,000 people per day. After hearing all these figures, it's easy to see how the preoccupation with human lifestyle in the cities can cause people to overlook the serious consequences of excessive consumption on a finite planet. It's a bit like having a car without a fuel gauge and wondering when things will come to a sudden stop. The power to change is personal. We all shape the future by our daily actions, and this often comes in the form of consumer choice, the products we buy, and the realisation that moderation is the key to long-term health. It's now time for Anna and I to leave the ocean and rainforest and head to the outback, where our team at the Sanctuary are always working on ways to entertain and inform people on the wonders of our planet Earth. When people are placed in a totally natural and healthy environment, such as by a river, a mountain, or around trees and animals, great things seem to always happen. The natural world instills a deep sense of connection in people's lives, and in many ways, nature teaches people the basic laws of cause and effect, and this instills in us all the appreciation to walk gently on the earth. Visiting Central Australia has proven to be a life-changing experience for millions of people worldwide. Aside from the rich and diverse culture that makes up Alice Springs, there is a great variety of events such as the weird and wacky Beanie Festival, which draws people from all directions. And what better place to meet but in Central Australia, the original Gondwana land. So before Anna and I pack our bags and head to Uluru and Katajuta, we thought we'd better sample some highly fashionable beanies to help us get ready for some outback action. Yeah!
Feels like it's the How are we doing? It's the last day of June. It's 11:30 in the morning. We're off to the Rock, Central Australia, 450 kilometres away. It's a long distance, but down the road in Central Australian terms. We'll see you down there. See you later. Enjoy the ride.
Funnily enough, Australia is home to the largest population of wild camels in the world. The population of wild camels in the Australian desert has now reached more than 500,000, and it's doubling every 8 to 10 years. Some estimates put the population at close to 1 million. Our camel friends are the superstar ships of the desert who provide us all with a very healthy reminder of just where the future of human transport will end up should the fuel crisis on Earth continue without drastic change. Best we get some practice then. It was also reassuring to know that our guide was experiencing his first day of camel training. Go you good thing!
Good on you, buddy. Well done, mate. You did a good job. No worries. Good job.
Rightio, it's time to get to the rock. Uluru is the greatest single rock on Earth, and along with Katajuta, the Olgas, is the traditional lands of the Mutijulu, Pitjantjatjara and Yankajatjara Aboriginal people, locally known as Anangu, or We the People. The word Aboriginal means of the land, which fundamentally implies all of us. However, this theory gets sticky when we choose to look up at night and consider some of the countless descriptions offered by many ancient people who state that the origins of life is fundamentally from the stars. The Aboriginal Dreamtime explains the origins of Aboriginal people and the land, as well as the intricate details of social conduct. The Dreamtime contains many parts. It is the story of things that have happened, how the universe came to be, how human beings were created, and how the Creator intended for humans to function within the cosmos. The Australian Aborigines speak of a seed power deposited into the earth. In the Aboriginal worldview, every meaningful activity, event, or life process that occurs at a particular place leaves behind a vibrational residue into the earth. As plants leave an image of themselves as seeds, the shape of the land, its mountains, rocks, riverbeds and waterholes, and its unseen vibrations echo the events that brought that place into creation. Everything in the natural world is a symbolic footprint of the metaphysical beings whose actions created our world. Just as with a seed, the potency of an earthly location is linked directly to the memory of its origin. Now that's as deep as we're going to go. On the next transmission, Anna and I will take things to a whole new level. It's time to fly with the eagles. Yeah! See you soon.